Hey everybody, you know who it is. So we have the tent set up. I don't know if you can see right here this little bag. We got some waters, a couple sody pops and some sweet tea. Hopefully you can hear me pretty good. We've got traffic behind us, but you got to take the good with the bad. We are in a decent spot. We got set up, got everything secured. We was able to take a shower. Such a blessing. But what I wanted to talk about this evening is something that I strive to do, and I'm thinking maybe it could help some people out there, and that is a daily reprieve, is what I call it. This is a time of, I guess you would say, almost like meditation, or just a time to sit, think, and ultimately inevitably like go through your day, like what you did wrong, what you could have did better. Maybe you come off rude to the cashier at the gas station, or maybe had an outburst that wasn't necessary over something little, and that wasn't really that big of a deal. And also you can look back at the good things, the blessings that you were given, the things that happened that you were, put a smile on your face. And also even think about the things that were, what am I trying to say here? The things that made the day. But also in that time of having a daily reprieve and wanting to kind of reiterate and go over your day, you can say, oh, I didn't do so good doing this, and then put that on your list for tomorrow. That's something that you can work on. Years ago, I had to, because I was just in a bad spot mentally. And so what I did was I wrote these things down. I literally went in a checklist. I wrote down the things that I wanted to accomplish, whether it be, for example, needed to go and I can remember one specific list. I needed to go get my ID renewed because it was expired. And then I had to go and get a money order. And then in the same day, I had to go pick up a few groceries. And I know that this seems benign, you should remember the things that you've got to do. But the reason why I did that is because it was something that I had on paper, something that I had right in front of me. And every time I checked that off the list, I could see that I accomplished it. I didn't just accomplish it, out here. I accomplished it on paper too. I had a check mark beside it. So at the end of the day, in my daily reprieve, I said, oh, I accomplished that. Oh, and I got that done. But it also kept me motivated and driven in the right way. Even if you aren't writing these things down, I suggest if you're in a situation to where you're unmotivated, you feel like you've got so many things on your shoulders that you've got to accomplish, write them down. Write them down, one through 3. You don't even have to number them, because you might accomplish something that's further down on the list and then have to go back up to the top of the list. And the reason why I suggest that you do this is because that gives you motivation. It gives you something to work towards. And like I said, it's on paper. You can see it, versus just having it up here. But also, I think you all know just as well as I do that when we do things like this and we have a sense of accomplishment, it's like going out and cutting the grass. You got the tall grass, you go out there, you cut it, you sit back, you get a cold bottle of water and you look at it and you're like, man, I accomplished that. Something that helped me is doing that. And even still to this day, that simple time in the evening, kick your feet up and have a daily reprieve. Think about your day, the things that went wrong, the things that went right. And ultimately, inevitably, if you are making those lists, and it doesn't have to be a bunch, it could just be 4 or 5, or it could be 100 things, because ultimately, inevitably, the things that you weren't able to accomplish that day, because you're not gonna, you only have so much time in a day, So when you don't have the ability to accomplish all of those things, just move that to the next day. And I think maybe that would help some people. That's something that helped me and still helps me, to sit back, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, sitting back and just thinking about the day, processing it, allowing it to kind of soak in, especially when you have those blessings come along. Some unfortunate things happened after I posted the last video. We were on a good walk, and the cart that I had that we were pulling, I'm not grifting here, just want to make this a point. The cart that we had, the wheels got messed up. And yes, it wasn't a cart to hold a bunch of capacity like I was. So the wheels are bent and twisted, and like even the rubber come off of them. It is out of commission, which is okay. I was kind of looking at the framework, and I believe that I can take some of the framework and build some rucksacks. That'll take a little bit of doing, but I would like to repurpose it. The cart that I'm talking about, it was actually a blessing because at a transfer station, an older gentleman working there, a lady had to surrender it because she couldn't take it with her, and so he come to us, he seen us with our belongings and said, hey, would this be something that you could use? So that was another one of those things that was a blessing to us along the way. And another thing, so when the cart broke down, I ultimately, inevitably, I felt defeated because now I have all of our belongings that I had no way of packing. I mean, I would have most definitely packed it, but we were sitting in the shade, and I kind of put my head down a little bit and started thinking like, okay, what can I do here? Didn't want to leave our belongings or nothing. And even a lady come out and was like kind of talking to us a little bit. She got a nice cold bottle, or not a nice cold bowl of water for the dogs. And like somebody else drove by and was like, hey, y'all want a box of dog biscuits? And you know, those are all blessings. Yeah, it wasn't for me, but it was for the dogs. Bonnie's sitting back here, she's tuckered out. But as we're sitting there with all of our things, and kind of, like I said, defeated, a lady pulled up in a red truck, and my fiance said, hey, we need to go 10 minutes down the road. Is there any way you could give us a ride? And the lady was like, well, I've got my stuff in the back seat. And my fiance, with quick thinking, said, well, we'll ride in the back of the bed of the truck. And she was like, okay, yeah, I'll take you. And so we drive 10 minutes down the road. We get to where we're going, and we unload. And I asked her, I said, you know, why'd you do it? And she looked at me, didn't hesitate, and she said, why not? And that meant a lot to me. You know, that told me that she didn't have a second thought. It was, oh, I'm able to do this, I'm going to do it. You know, why not do it? You know, like she said, why not? Why wouldn't I do it? And that meant the world to me, because we had already walked several miles, and I'm not talking like one or two. And before I let everybody go, I want to tell everybody that the lady that brought out the bowl of water for the dogs, she told me that there is several places in the area that do like day labor. She said you go there, you go out to work, you come back, and you get paid. So this is a good thing, you all. I'm still going to have to figure out kind of like what to do with the dogs, because I would like for me and my fiance to both go work, because obviously that is double the money. I think we can figure that out, but that's still kind of up in the air. I don't know if it's a situation where they would, you know, with the day labor, if we'd be able to take them with us. But ultimately, inevitably, we have found steady work. From what I know and what I've looked at, this is something that you can do every day. So I'm thinking once we kind of get a little established and make sure that we're good, because, you know, we have the tent to set up, and get sleep, and ultimately, inevitably, we'll have some income. So bigger and better things to go. I will let everybody go this evening. I won't post anything today, but I will be up and at 'em first thing in the morning and let you know how everything's going. I hope that everybody is doing okay this evening. I want everybody to, I want to challenge people today. I want to ask my subscribers and the new people watching, I want you all to sit down for 5, 10, 15 minutes and say nothing and just sit there in thought and meditation and process your day, because that's what I'm doing now. I really appreciate everybody. I really appreciate all the positive things that are coming my way, all the positive feedback, the encouraging words. This all means the most to us right now. I really hope that everybody will continue to watch. I hope that everybody understands what I'm going through, and I want everybody to know that the Lord is good all the time. Love y'all. That's all, folks.